Let's go.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Marital Monkey. My name is John, aka the Blind Fury, and if you look at your screen for video, on the top left is my gorgeous assistant, aka my wife Tanya. Say hi, Tanya.
Hi, everyone.
That is my wife. This is the very first episode of its type because we are recording a podcast and a video interview at the same time. So this is the first time we've done it. We ask for forgiveness because this is going to be bizarre. And if there are any technical difficulties, it's somebody else's fault, not mine. And today's guests, this is on your screen in the bottom, Dave and Beverly Moore. How's it going, guys?
Going well.
Good.
Well, they're excited, as you can tell. Now, let me tell you, Dave and Beverly really don't know why they're here. We are recording, yes, but this is a special episode for us at Marital Monkey because Dave and Beverly happen to be our very first ever Marital Monkey Couple of the Month. Yay! So that's why we have them on, and we're going to talk a little bit about marriage with them. But here's what happened. In the podcast that we first did, February 14th, I sent out a challenge. And this challenge was based on Genesis 2:24, which says, "The man shall leave his father and mother, cleave to his wife, and the two will become one flesh." And I broke down the word cleave in Hebrew, and the word is dawbak. So the word cleave or cling or, tell you what, let's do it like this. Dawbak in Hebrew has 4 definitions. I'm going to have my wife read those definitions to us.
That would be to cling, keep close, fasten its grip, and closely pursue.
So when it says cleave to your wife, that's exactly what it means. And the one that grabbed my attention was closely pursue. Because unfortunately, we get that backwards. We date, we'll do anything in the world. We'll stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, talk on the phone, go to work the next day, barely able to keep our eyes open. We go do things we never do otherwise. And we're all about that boyfriend or girlfriend. We get married and we're like, done. And I don't like that because the Bible says to do it exactly opposite. Not that you're not supposed to cling when you date, but when you get married, you're supposed to up at another level. So the challenge was, I want you guys, the people listening, to pursue your spouse. Send me what you did. We're going to choose a winner for the Marital Monkey Couple of the Month. And the winner was who is on our screen right now, Dave and Beverly Moore. So, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Now, what Dave's answer was, after 9 years, I still open her car door. Now, people listening are going, that's what won? No. You got to understand something. Dave, tell everybody why that's such a big deal for you.
Well, because I was stricken with an illness about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and it took my legs out from underneath me. So it takes extra effort for me to walk around the car with a cane without falling to open her door.
Mm-hmm. So as you see or hear, this is an extra effort that he took to respect his wife in a way that would, well, Beverly, you tell us, how does that make you feel knowing he puts that much effort into you?
It makes me feel special.
And how so?
Well, I've been in other relationships and no one else really cared. To me, it's a sign of respect because I've seen my grandparents do that. So it makes me feel like he really respects me, and so it makes me feel special.
What I've heard from others, that when the man opens the door for the woman, I've heard responses such as, I don't need help, I can do it myself. But it's more than that, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dave, what
Yes.
she just said, would that make you feel like?
It makes me feel good. Makes me feel I don't know, I'm honored to be able to do it. So it makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I think that's pretty awesome that you do that for her because, like I said, there are a lot of people who have this deal to where we know she can do it, but I think she said it quite well that it's about respect more than anything, and it made her feel special. Why do men not want their wives to feel special?
And John still does that for me, even though he's legally blind. And, it's hard for him sometimes, especially if we're parked in a weird spot. It's hard for him to walk around and find his way to my door, open my door, and then get back to his side. And sometimes I'm like, no, it's fine. He's like, I'm doing it. And we were at, I think it was the jewelry shop one day, and somebody drove by and they yelled out, "Now that's a real man," or "That's how it's done." So yes, it is pretty special, especially when it takes the extra effort from our fellas. So
Right.
Yes.
Well, then I vote for me as the Marital Monkey Couple of the month. Oh, wait,
no,
I am not eligible for the contest.
no.
Now,
You'll do a self-interview next month.
exactly. Just me.
Oh, that would be the longest interview ever.
Okay, now you are my guest host, but I do have a way to delete you out of this. So you behave. I love that woman. So, Tanya, we
Yeah.
haven't told them
What
what
they
we're
get?
going to do. We're going to send them something as a token to remember that they were the Marital Monkey Couple of the month, because if they ever get at each other's throat, they might need to realize that they're both married to another monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is it we're sending them? Show us.
We are sending you. This is our mascot, and this is our marital monkey.
It's our Marital Monkey is what
It
it
looks
is.
like John, doesn't it?
Way too much
has
hair.
a little bit more hair.
Yeah, it does. John doesn't even have that.
Yeah. Now, for those on the podcast listening to this, you
Isn't it
really
cute?
need to go to the YouTube channel and watch this because,
I need to put it on my shoulder.
yes. Yeah, that thing has way too much hair to look anything like me. So, Dave and Beverly, I want you to tell people a little about your story. When did you guys meet?
I'll let Bev.
Well, we were
Smart
10
man.
years old when we met. My family had moved from Florida. We moved to a neighborhood in New Albany. And one morning I woke up and there was a basketball in our front yard. So it had a name on it, an address, so I returned it. And the gentleman who opened the door said that the basketball belonged to his grandson. So that Saturday, his grandson was there. He came over and thanked me for returning his basketball, and we've been friends ever since.
Aww.
So it was all about basketball.
Right.
That is a dream matchup if I've ever heard one. Especially with us. I know you guys aren't in Kentucky, but we are. So yeah, that's right. I love the love stories that were met because of basketball. That's awesome.
He loves his basketball.
So, well, that just begs the question. I know enough about Dave to know he roots. Okay, Beverly, who do you root for?
Now Louisville.
So he's brainwashed you then. It's because he used to have red hair. I know what's up. Now, wait a minute. I have to say this before people start sending me emails. Don't be making fun of my team. I'm not making fun of your team. I'm making fun of you because you like that team. I'm not doing that either. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. This is what I do. I joke constantly. If you don't like it, don't listen. And
but
especially
you
don't
were
send me
doing-
emails.
You've been doing that since high school, though.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys have a bad connection, I think. Tanya, are you getting some?
Feedback. It might be me, but yeah,
Well,
it's okay.
I hear you clear. They're kind of breaking up a little bit on my end.
No.
So sorry about the technical difficulties. We told you it might happen. So you met when you were 10, but you didn't date from when you were 10, right?
Correct.
Okay. So what
We
happened
didn't
there?
start dating. We didn't start dating until 2011.
Is that when Dave became a stud? Is that why you waited until 2011?
No, I was a stud when I was hanging out with you.
I'm getting a lot of static for some reason. I'm sorry about that, but I don't know if it's. I can't tell if you guys are moving the phone around or not, but I don't know.
They're on. Are you on a laptop? Or a phone?
No, we're on my phone.
You're on your phone. It's probably the internet connection.
Okay, that's okay. I can understand them. It's just a little broken. So Dave became a stud in 2011. You guys started dating. And then,
Yeah.
So Dave, how did you propose to Beverly? I'm curious.
Uh-oh. You should have known he was going to ask this stuff.
Now you're going to put me on the spot.
Hey, if you did it the right way, you shouldn't have any problem sharing it.
That's right. Now we went to, I took her to Leroy's.
Took her to what? You broke out. We lost you.
I took her to the jewelry store
Mm.
and asked her to pick out a ring.
Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Did you propose in the jewelry store?
No, he proposed at the Cheesecake Factory.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes you there on a regular basis then to celebrate that?
No.
I need some cheesecake in my life.
Yeah, well, we're not supposed to be eating that cheesecake right now. So.
Well,
Me either. I know your pain.
So you proposed and at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
Yes.
Was it in front of a bunch of people or were you guys kind of secluded?
We were the only ones, I mean, as far as friends or anything, it was just me and him. But the reason we laughed is because he had ordered my ring, but it wasn't
He ordered it at
available
the
yet.
Cheesecake Factory?
No, he ordered it from the jewelry store, but it wasn't ready yet. So when he proposed, he slid his phone across the table with a picture of the ring on it.
Wow.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So we have our first proposal by technology. I mean, it wasn't like he sent a video and put it on the big wall at the Cheesecake Factory. He just showed her the ring. I will buy this eventually. Is that what you said?
Well,
I know this is what you want, but I didn't get you this one. Let me show you what I really got.
John
green
was kind
spider.
of tricky. He gave me a piece of paper that had a picture of one on it, and I went, "Oh boy, is this gonna be
Actually-
There's another story behind that."
I gave her one that I don't want to get into our story. This is about you guys, but I was setting her up
Yeah.
and I was doing something for the proposal, but I said, "Oh, by the way, before I go do this, here," and it was a brochure or a flyer that you get in the newspaper. I don't even know how it ended up on my desk, to be honest with you. And it was a love ring for $10. And when she looked at it, she starts laughing and she says, "Oh, it's beautiful." And I said, "I didn't get it for you." And she says, "Yeah, I noticed." I was like, it was $10. So you guys have been married for how long now?
Be 9 years in January.
9 in January. So you've been opening her door since you dated.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. Well, what I know you guys have a pretty tight marriage from what I know. You guys have any advice for people?
Be kind.
That's a good start.
Learn how to apologize when you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
And just love each other. I mean, that's why you get married.
It's not always about that googly gaga butterfly stuff, is it?
No.
Beverly, what about you?
Well, for me, sometimes it's apologizing even when you're not wrong.
There you go.
No, it's sometimes it's better to not hold a grudge. Just to move on and figure out what you can do to best serve your spouse and to make their life easier.
I think people always need to understand that life, marriage, work, whatever, it's always a growth. You know, it's not like you grow so far, you reach the ceiling of growing and you don't have to do it anymore. And marriage is work, and it's all about growth and learning yourself, learning your spouse, not thinking that you know so much that there's no way you can grow. What do you guys think?
We agree.
We agree.
Because you learn, right? You know, you make a mistake, you learn what you did, and you try to not do that again. I know I do the same stuff, and then I beat myself up pretty good.
I learn all the time.
Do what?
I learn all the time.
We all do. We all do. And you know, I think Tanya's awesome because she forgives me even when I'm right. That's a marriage. When you're right and she still has the ability to forgive. Right, honey?
Yeah, honey. That's right. I forgive you.
We're going to end this in just a few minutes, but Dave Beverly, anything else you want to say before we stop the interview? They had no idea they were doing this,
No.
folks.
Eventually, we hope to have some little T-shirts for our monkeys that says Marital Monkey. So we'll have to get you a T-shirt for your monkey when we get those later on. But
Well, that's probably a little cheaper than buying one for me.
I would love to see you wear a Marital Monkey T-shirt with monkeys on it. But yeah,
Well,
that's
you get one, I'll wear one.
all right.
Yeah, seriously, anything you guys want to say to each other, to the people watching, anything at all?
No, but I just love her, and she's my best friend, and I'd be lost without her.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Beverly, on the spot again.
Right. Well, just that he's been
For your
my best
chance to
friend since
become
I
the
was
Marital
10, and-
Monkey Couple of the Month, go to
and, I don't know what I'd
maritalmonkey.com
do
and click on the
without
link
him. I'm like, he's
Couples
been in my life
Challenges.
for the majority of my life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to sign off now.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for joining us. We will
For your chance to
keep you
become the
guys
Marital
in prayer,
Monkey
and
Couple
we
of the
know
Month,
that
go to
you just set a precedent for
maritalmonkey.com
people
and click on
who
the
are
link
completely normal,
Couples Challenges.
don't have any health problems, they have no
For
leg
your
issues.
chance to become
to
the
go.
If you
Marital
wanted normal,
Monkey
you
Couple
should
of the
interview
Month,
me
go
first.
to maritalmonkey.com and click on the link Couples Challenges.
I'm looking at you, Tanya, in the corner of the screen. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
It doesn't sound like I'm the only one that gives the wife a hard time, but
Yeah.
no,
Right, we will get your monkey in the mail to you. Since we can't come see you right now.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Social
So,
distancing.
yeah, so hope everybody's enjoyed this. It was our first podcast of its kind, and I hope to do many, 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 many more of these. So thanks, everybody. You guys have a great day. Dave and Beverly, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you do.